Hey guys, be sure to help us out and go to greenmangaming.com for 20% off. Here's the code. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the Tech Lane. Today we'll be talking about, we'll be touching base on the new name of Internet Explorer, and no, it's not Project Spartan anymore. Call of Duty, the new one, Black Ops 3.
Gonna go a bit into HOTS, or Heroes of the Storm, and how it's launching for full release on June the 2nd, and will it be ready?
And what we can expect from that as well.
And also, what's going on with it. So yeah.
Cool. So let's start the show with some news we got today. I'm sure some of you guys might have. Internet Explorer is dead, which we knew that already. They renamed it to
Project Edge.
No, not even Project Edge. It was called Project Spartan. Now the official name is Microsoft Edge. On the edge of what? We'll never fucking know.
On the edge of the surface.
The edge of the surface. Microsoft. Okay, whatever. It's probably just a regular. I mean, we would have to see it, to believe it, kind of thing. And it's also not launching with the system, with the Windows 10 launch, which is kind of weird, right?
Well, it's an external package, and I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it'll launch. It'll launch after.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, IE has to be here anyways because of
for
legacy support. So it's not to confuse the two.
Nope. So we just touched the base on that one. The next thing we're going to be talking about is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So Black Ops 3 will be releasing on November 6, 2015 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. A couple things we can expect to look from it would be to see 4-player co-op for single player, which is pretty cool, something new. I mean, I hope they kind of bring back the single player element of what made Call of Duty, the older ones like 2 and 3 so good. Well, I loved those.
And the Call of Duty 4 too. I like, the Modern Warfare. Like, I love that one. It
was pretty cool. However, they kept shortening and shortening and shortening and shortening.
But it got to the point where it was really arcade style for the single player. I mean, I remember going through that goddamn airplane level trying to kill all those hostages in the right amount of time and getting harder and harder and harder, right?
And you know what? And that was pretty cool for the time.
But yes.
However, I mean, I remember like the first ones. For example, when Call of Duty was in like the World War II era rather, it was awesome.
It was very
like the storylines were fucking awesome. And you know what? I hope they go back to that, and especially considering they said that what they did was they took Call of Duty off rails. So hopefully that means that if you're playing with 4 people, you can kind of go in like your own open way and do things your own way. And they said if you're playing with 1 person only, they kind of made the game as well, so you can survive and not die, right?
What it seems like they're doing with this one is they're actually modularizing certain parts and aspects of the games that we all love and just fine-tuning them, giving them a little more process, a little more finesse, the kind of things that the quality of life changes that we really want to see. I mean, like how in Zombies, for instance, it's a separate system now. You're gonna have your own level, you're gonna have your own XP progression, you're gonna have it's going to be, yes, I'm a zombie player, yes, so I am a multiplayer. So
zombies will have its own progression system. You will be able to level up on that, which will be really cool, because I mean, like, personally I love zombies. I mean, it's a lot of fun, right?
It's one of those games.
It's one of those, right?
Modes.
It's one of those game modes, and it's cool because now they're almost taking it and making it its own game within a game, which they did before, but now it's more vast. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can update shit, right?
Do you know what this kind of reminds me a little bit of? It's very Halo-esque.
Something like that.
It's very similar to how in ODST, where you had the endless firefight mode on top of the story, like you had these facets where you could have fun with your friends, you could do it by yourself, or you can get involved in this, hour long story that's just going to keep you captivated and has really good depth. So I'm really hoping that we see some of the Bungie sort of quality when it comes to the actual synergy of the product, rather than, okay, here's your multiplayer, here's your, you know what I mean? So I'm excited for it. I'm excited. It could bring really great things.
Yeah. So another thing we've talked about too is that apparently they might be bringing back Nuketown. This one takes place, I believe, 6 years or 10 years after the original Call of Duty, so it would be Nuketown like 2035 or 2036 or something like that.
From what I've been reading, it seems like they're trying to focus on
2056
biochemical engineering and body and that's
so it's basically Call of Duty Advanced Warfare with the whole exoskeletons. There will be no exosuits.
You are the exosuit.
So basically it's almost like bionic bionic stuff, right? I mean, like if you look in the trailer, like I had like bionic arms and was doing some weird shit with his arms.
Yeah.
So they also said that there is boost jumping, so to speak, but instead of being more like, you know, it's more like a smooth curve.
Yeah.
Versus a sharp angle, and you're also able to course correct in air, which is pretty cool. I mean, we'll see how that works. They made it so it's more controlled in air, so when you're shooting at somebody, you're not,
well, and that's the thing,
you know, kind of just spraying and praying, right?
Well, that's the thing they were going to have to upgrade anyways. I mean, with the whole, you know, aerial kind of combat that they have in this aspect of it.
They're adding a whole new level of it, right? So I mean, it kind of has to
yeah,
be,
they have to reiterate it, make it better, make it a little more reliable and actually predictable, right? Because you don't want it just to be, like you said, spray and pray.
No. So, again, that releases on November 6, 2015 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, okay? So we'll have a review on that when it comes out.
If you're looking to get into the beta too, go out and pre-register or pre-order it.
Yeah, so if you pre-order it, I believe on all systems, you'll get a beta key. So you'll be able to play about maybe 1 to 2 months before it comes out. There's a multiplayer beta, which is pretty cool because a lot of people obviously want to see what's going on with this one and what makes it different than Advanced Warfare and what makes it a Black Ops franchise versus an Advanced,
well, that's what I'm curious
or a
too.
Warfare franchise or anything else, right?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm really curious to. I love Black Ops, and I mean, besides Modern Warfare, I mean, I like Modern Warfare 4, and then I like Black Ops the best.
Yeah.
And
So let's talk about Heroes of the Storm now. Jordan, go ahead and take that one.
So we're gonna change the pace. We're gonna go from FPS to MOBAs, and we're gonna talk about Heroes of the Storm, which is Blizzard's, I wouldn't say brand new. I mean, this game has technically existed for about a year now. It's been an alpha, a technical alpha, closed beta, and are actually rounding out closed beta right now and coming up onto open beta, which starts May 19th. And essentially what this is it's very similar to your League of Legends or your Dotas, but it's very different in its own aspect. It's got its own niche, it's quicker, it's more arcadey and less grueling. It's not, you know, the 60-minute, 50-minute matches. Blizzard's actually really trying to push it quite hard. Within the last couple months, they actually had a huge tournament, which was televised on ESPN, of all stations.
Which is really cool.
No, and it is. I mean, it's actually a gaming first in the aspect of video games. I mean, other things that like it have been on ESPN, like Magic the Gathering and those kind of things.
But what is it? Isn't it like it's the first MOBA to do so?
Well, it's the first yes, MOBA, and it's the first video game on ESPN. I guess really, I would highly guess to say that CS:GO was probably ever the most highly thing. That's
sure,
like,
of course, right? I mean, but that has a much wider following, right?
Yeah.
The cool thing is, you know, from somebody who doesn't really like MOBAs, never really played one, never really got interested in one, I actually started playing Heroes of the Storm, and I love it. It's pretty cool because I can use my like my know-how about the Blizzard, you know, world, Blizzard universe. Like, for example, like I know what a demon hunter is because I played Diablo. There is a demon hunter there.
You're gonna know, maybe not know exactly what it's gonna do, but you're gonna know within at least 90% what it's used for and how it's kind of gonna move.
Exactly, right? So like Raynor, for example, a lot of people know him from StarCraft, right? Which is really fucking cool because he's in the game. I mean, actually, I'm the one who I play with him. Tyrael from Diablo, you can play with him, which is pretty cool.
And then you also have Sylvanas from World of Warcraft,
yeah.
And then you also have Jaina from World of Warcraft. I mean, you have all these iconic people. So they did what these games started off doing at first. I mean, the first MOBA ever to existed inside of a Blizzard game. And
yeah, and it was a mod. You know what I mean? Like Dota was, it wasn't even meant to be a game, and then Blizzard's like, oh my god, we see money.
Well, technically, there was Aeon of Strife, which started in StarCraft 2.
Okay, yes.
And then from there, it evolved to Warcraft 3 and Defense of the Ancients.
But I'm talking about Dota. The only reason why I say Dota is because Dota is the most recognizable.
LOL is right now. It's the League of Legends is the most played video game in the whole entire world that's ever existed.
Really? Yeah.
Billions of hours get sunk into it.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Over 67 million active individual users a month.
Wow. Well, this goes to show you I'm more of a console gamer than I'm a PC gamer. But
anyways,
wow.
getting back in. So esports is taking over in a certain aspect, especially different parts of the world, like Korea. where there's a huge market for it. And when I say huge market, I mean you're gonna have competitions maybe encompassing what 2 sports teams would encompass roster-wise, so maybe 50, 60 people. And they're all gonna be competing for $10 million in teams of 5.
That's fucking monstrous, you know what I mean? Like the future possibilities of that are amazing when it comes to esports, right?
Well, and
I mean, and this game, sorry to cut you off there, man, but I just want to say like this game, you know, anything Blizzard makes is usually fucking gold.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They have the wow factor.
They have the wow factor, right? So I mean, like, there's already a lot of people playing Heroes of the Storm.
About 3 million active current users.
That's insane, right? So I mean,
and it's not even open beta.
So think about that. I know it's not even an open beta. That's amazing. So think about that now when it becomes, you know, fully launches in June.
Yep. And it's going to be a free-to-play game like all the other MOBAs as well.
Yeah, but the good news about it is that if there is no like pay walls technically. I mean, if you don't want to pay shit, you can just play the game. You get enough, you know, in-game currency as you go on. You can buy a character. You can buy your hero so he doesn't reset, or every week I believe. Yeah, every week they cycle, you know, who you can and can't use.
You know, like your standard MOBA procedures where you have 5 heroes. They're not always free, but there's 5 slots, and every week that 5 slot changes.
Yeah, so you can use someone different every time, which is pretty cool.
Now it's gotten a lot of traction, and they've put in a lot into it. The one thing a lot of people are getting kind of tripped up about is it's technically been an open beta. I mean, not open beta, a closed beta since January. So we're talking 4 continuous solid, close to 5 continuous solid months of a closed beta, and now we're only going into an open beta for about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Like the open beta, starts at end of May? No.
Yeah, June 2nd is when. No, May 19th is when open beta starts. June 2nd is when full launch.
That's pretty stupid because you know what? You're not giving enough time for people to. And the problem is, it's not giving out new invites.
People are just a little bit upset in the fact that the content that Blizzard's put into this game is phenomenal. It's fantastic. It looks, it sounds, and it feels beautiful. But there is just not as much of it when you compare it to games that it's going to be going against again. Like your League of Legends, like your Dotas, where they have, you know, close to or over 100 different people you can choose from.
Which is funny because when you're talking about a company that's that big, you would kind of assume that.
I know.
They would actually know what the fuck they're doing. But
there's also a lot more things involved into it. So, I mean, to pull characters out of your lore, which already exists, which people already love, and which people already like. They look at it with such an inspiration for their own creations, rather as like a League of Legends or a Dota, they were just like, okay, we need 100 characters, go. There's no lore, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
You're right. So that mechanically, it was easier for them.
Yeah.
Right, because you don't have to fit certain people or certain things inside that have already existed in other games and make them fit into this. So I understand where Blizzard's coming from.
Yeah. Basically, you have assets that people already know, which makes sense.
Plus, right now, I mean, a lot of the Blizzard, because this game too started off with a lot of the team that did StarCraft 2, and a lot of that team has been encompassed with Legacy of the Void, which is Blizzard's next StarCraft. And so you can see that a little bit of talent has been pooled between the two. So it's already making a decent amount of money. I mean, there's a lot of people who are buying stuff on it, like real money. So it's going to be a cash cow for Blizzard. It's not going to be a Hearthstone cash cow, but it's going to be a cash cow. And it's going to make them a lot of money. So I'm just waiting for their content to scale up.
I'm sure they'll invest resources into it, man. So anything else to say? Are we good with that?
So yeah, keep your eyes out. May 19th. If you want to go and you have a BNet account, you should probably go open up your launcher and see if that little Heroes of the Storm thing's there.
Yeah, so you can go try it out and play with us. Any questions or comments, guys, again, below, please. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the support so far. We appreciate it. Tell your friends. Help us out.
Pimp us out, man.
Yeah,
please.
Pimp us out. I mean, we're trying to partner up with certain sites like Green Man Gaming and cdkeys.com. To kind of basically bring our production scale up. So obviously the more stuff you buy or even just click something, the more you help us, the more we can do. And I can, you know,
and not only help us, but we're also trying to help you, give you 20% off you know, save the tax.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what? We're helping you out over there with that coupon. So
Good prices, real good prices.
Yeah, real good prices. So guys, anything you need, let us know. Thanks again for tuning in, and
we'll catch you next time.
on the Tech Lane. Have a good one.